been a while since I've uploaded a battle video, so today I have a VGC battle, and you know what? I was going through some of my clips, and I realized, I've versed a lot of Asian folk back in the day, so I'm gonna go and show some battles I've had against some Japanese players. So yeah, this guy is bringing a rain team, Polytoad, Kingdra. He's got the Pharaoh for the rain, and he's got, I think, a anti-weather Talonflame here. Just, I guess people that want to bring Sun have to watch out because it could easily backfire. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Sableye Sylveon because them two get work done, and, they're reliable. Polytoad, Kingdra comes out. I mean, what else did I expect? Bloody Polytoad's going to set up the rain. Kingdra here gets the Swift Swim. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to burn the Polytoad, because if I can get some damage on that thing over time, eventually I'm gonna wear it down and I can win this weather war. So I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, but Polytoad is gonna protect, and Kingdra is gonna GTFO because Kingdra sees Sylveon as a threat. The thing he didn't really bank on was the fact that I wasn't gonna attack, and I get a free Calm Mind off this turn. So that's looking great for me. Sylveon's over here, +1, doing its own thing. I'm going to protect Sylveon. I can assume Sylveon's going to get some heat this turn. I mean, I'm predicting the Pharaoh to do something to it since he was so quick to switch it in. For some reason he protects the Pharaoh, so I guess I could have essentially got off another attack. I tried to burn Polytoad again for the second time. I miss, and I get burned myself, which is like dick, like what the hell? That's so maybe okay, 3 times the charm. I'm gonna go for Will-O-Wisp for the 3rd time, and what do you know, I miss again. Like, what is my luck right now? He's gonna go ahead and finish off Sableye, and Sableye got jack shit done. Alright, fuck you Sableye, what is your problem, man? I've relied on you. I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking, because at this point, I'm sitting here just letting them walk all over me, so I'm gonna get some damage off on the Polytoad. Sylveon here takes a fucking Iron Head to the face. Like, I don't usually see Iron Head on these bastards, but that just happened. He's gonna go ahead and put Talonflame in because he knows the Charizard's here. If I want to set up Sun, I gotta watch out now. I'm gonna go ahead and set up anyway, like I give a shit. I'm just gonna go for a Heat Wave because I mean, I wasn't too sure if he was gonna switch. If he wasn't, I mean, this turn it's kinda obvious, I guess. Like, he's gonna protect the Pharaoh because it's not like he's gonna let the Pharaoh take a fucking Heat Wave. But you know what? Just in case, I thought I'll go for the Heat Wave. Maybe something will happen. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Heat Wave whilst the Ferrothorn does actually protect. But I do get a nice chunk of damage off on the Talonflame. Yeah, I mean, considering that thing fucking resists, it didn't look like it. But yeah, Sylveon over here is going to get a free Calm Mind. I was debating to just attack, to be honest, because any damage off on this Talonflame would be good. Maybe Talonflame will kill itself next turn in recoil. But whatever, man. Like, I'm sitting over here at +2. I know Sylveon's going to get a lot of heat right now, so I'm going to go ahead and protect it. And this turn, I was kind of predicting his Polytoad coming, because obviously he doesn't want that Sun up. That Sun's doing too much damage. So he is going to bring in the Polytoad to negate my Sun, and he's going to replace it with his Rain. So Drizzle's going to go ahead and set up the Rain, but I did get a free switch into Smeagol this turn. I am going to protect Sylveon, however, because I know Sylveon being at +2 now is going to be taking a lot of heat from wherever. His Talonflame goes for the Brave Bird on the Sylveon, so it was good I protected it. But this turn, I'm debating something here. I got a nice speed increase, but my accuracy fell. So I guess I kind of derped here a bit. I thought, hey, my speed's gone up. Maybe I can transform into the what's it called, the Sylveon, because I predict that he's gonna want to take it out sooner or later. So I thought it'll be a shame to let that +2 go to waste. So I don't know what happened here, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I tried to transform into the Sylveon, but Sylveon got KO'd, so pretty much I just wasted a turn, and I'm just like, damn, man, like, what was that? What was I doing? What am I playing at? So it's not too bad. I mean, I'm down to 2 Pokemon, but I do have a trick up my sleeve, however. Charizard comes in, he sets up the Sun, so that's looking good for me. he made the mistake of bringing Pharaoh in, so now I know he's either going to protect it or switch out, one of the two. He's not going to leave it in. Basically, this Talonflame can only go for one of my Pokemon. And yeah, I could essentially just get a nice Dark Void off here, but I'm thinking something here, right? I knew he would probably bring the Politoed in. The quicker he brings it in, you know, he's gonna basically... He's Talonflame's in care range of a Heat Wave, so he's gonna go ahead and rush to bring the Politoed in. But I was trying to bait him, however, because instead of going for the Dark Void and putting them both asleep, I knew his Talonflame cannot KO either one of my Pokemon. So what I do this turn, my Smeargle is faster than my Charizard at this point because of Moody. So I transform into Charizard on this turn, and whilst in the battle I bring the Drought back. And this is going to be great for me because once he bring the Rain in, I could no longer kill that Talonflame. But now bring the Sun back out, I can not only kill the Talonflame, but it should be enough to kill the Politoed. I'm hoping. I mean, I think I did a calc at the time, it might have worked out because I went through with it anyway. I didn't actually get the kill on the Politoed, which sucks, but you know, me missing all those burns earlier, you know, now luck just kind of came into my favour, and I did get the burn on the Politoed, so that's just amazing, because now that's a double KO for me. I'm looking kind of scary over here with two Charizards. I pretty much just set up the Sun, so I got Drought for another 4 turns. I'm looking good. He brings in Kingdra, he brings in Pharaoh, and yeah, so this is going to be a piece of cake. What I do this turn is I just go for the double Solar Beam on the Kingdra slot. So both my Charizards go for Solar Beam. He protects Pharaoh, and I'm just like, bitch, please, you're not a threat. Like I care about you, right? So, so basically, I just completely ignored that Pharaoh, and I'm just gonna go for the Solar Beam with the fake Charizard on the Kingdra, and that should do about half. I'm predicting. Yeah, it does over half. And I just go for Solar Beam with the OG Charizard, and yeah, that's a dead Kingdra. So after he loses his Kingdra, because his Kingdra is slow as fuck without the rain, that's game to me pretty much. Like, this is one of those what happens next moments where you just see 2 Mega Charizards in the sun and a Ferrothorn just sitting there waiting for his death. He's gonna go ahead and forfeit because he doesn't, I mean, come on, like, what would have happened next would have just been pure overkill. So that was game to me. Next match, I'm up against another guy. I see Thunderous, Rhyperior, Venusaur, Charizard, so I'm just like, alright, well, it's pretty much the same deal here. Charizard's going to set up the Sun, Venusaur's got the Chlorophyll, like, you know, with the Kingdra Swift Swim. Rhyperior I've never seen before in VGC, so that's going to be interesting. And Thunderous, you know, Thunderous is going to suck. So because he was going to bring in Sun, I didn't really want to bring Charizard. I didn't see a point bringing my Mega Charizard, so I bring my Mega Kingscan instead. So I'm going to go ahead and lead out with Kingscan and Smeargle. And yeah, I'm going to try to get a Dark Void off if I can. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega. And his Charizard, obviously being the Mega, he's going to go ahead and Mega as well. As predicted, obviously it's going to be Charizard Y, because, you know, he needs to set up the Sun. The one thing I don't want is, you know, that Venusaur is going to be incredibly fast, and the problem with a fast Venusaur is, you know, he's going to be getting sleep powders off before I can do shit. So first turn I'm going to go for the Fake Out Dark Void combination. He's going to double protect, and as well as he should, because I mean that's a smart play. I now waste the Fake Out. My Dark Void ain't going to do shit. And next turn, if he wants, he can just go for a priority sleep essentially. I mean, as long as he hits it, I guess. So this turn, I pretty much get nothing done. But yeah, the thing about Japanese people you should always remember, the reason they're known, Japanese, Koreans, the reason they're known for you know, the insanities, because they always run weird moves on weird shit, man. They got their own meta game out there, and it's ridiculous. So I go for Sucker Punch because, you know, I'm always wary around these Asians. I never know if they're running normal sets. Literally 90% of the time they're not. So I go for whatever damage I can get off, because that will help me. He goes for Grass Pledge, and I swear to Christ, I was like, what the hell is that? And then it says waiting for another move, and then Charizard goes for Fire Pledge. Now it says the 2 moves have combined, and what the shit is that? What just happened? How is that? Is that really that powerful? I don't even know what type that move was. I saw Grass Pledge and Fire Pledge. What is that as well? Sea of Fire. Like, that's great. I mean, the turn before in my Moody activated my accuracy, so I am gonna get off this Dark Void really nicely on both of them, and that's great for me because now next turn they both have to burn a sleep turn. So next turn is pretty much a free turn for me. But what I didn't bank on was that attack, and what I didn't know is this Sea of Fire is like a damage over time sort of deal. So there goes my Focus Sash there. Like, what the hell was that, man? Come on. Knock that shit out. I don't want to see none of that anymore. So I know here I got a free turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Sylveon, and at least I can set up one free Calm Mind if they don't pull off that kind of shit anymore, man. Like, those are the kind of moves you never see. They exist in the game, but they've never been used, and no one's ever used them, and you just would never know about them. I didn't even know those moves existed, honest to God. Like, I think I heard about them once long time ago, I don't know. Anyway, I know this is a free turn for me, so I did get off a free Calm Mind, and I'm going to go ahead and transform into his Charizard, because, you know, I'm a Mega down, and that kind of sucks for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take his, because why not? The plus side, actually, of taking his Mega, I didn't realize, is that this Sea of Fire bullshit, apparently it doesn't affect flying type, so I'm going to assume that it doesn't affect anything that's not touching the ground. That includes Levitate. So my Charizard is not going to take damage from it, but to be fair, the damage is done. I've lost the Focus Sash, so that kind of sucks. Next turn I am at +1, and as long as that Venusaur does not wake up, I should be able to get a KO this turn. So I'm going to go for Heat Wave and try to kill off the Venusaur. Luckily for me, the Venusaur's still asleep, so I'm thinking, alright, that's a dead Venusaur. Wrong. Bloody Focus Sash. I mean, I guess I should predict that. That's like a counter to his own son. He doesn't want to, you know, he doesn't want that shit to backfire, but I was not predicting that. I will not lie. I did not think the Venusaur would have Sash. It doesn't matter. Sylveon goes ahead and gets the Hyper Voice, so that's great for me. They were asleep for 2 turns. That's all I needed. So I'm looking alright. I've taken his Mega. I'm happy with it. He's now 2 Pokemons down, and he's going to bring in his last 2. This Sea of Fire crap still continues to go on. I have no idea like how long it goes on for. I'm predicting it to be the whole game at this point because I've never even heard about it. So in comes Thundurus, in comes Rhyperior. Charizard, I mean, Charizard is just pretty much scared shitless out here with both of these guys, you know, being super effective against me. So he's going to protect the Rhyperior. I'm going to assume that he predicted Charizard to go for the Solar Beam on the Rhyperior. But then when he Thunder Waved my Sylveon, that kind of confused me. That means like maybe he wasn't predicting, maybe he was predicting me to protect the Charizard. But the thing is, I didn't protect the Charizard. I missed a Heat Wave, which kind of sucks. But Sylveon comes through and does get off a Hyper Voice. If I did hit the Heat Wave, that would have been a 2-hit KO on the Thundurus. So I'm kind of confused at that play. I thought maybe he's like, oh well, Charizard is going to protect, so I'm going to paralyze the Sylveon. But I mean, if he was smart, he would have paralyzed the Charizard, and next turn his Rhyperior could outspeed and go for the Rock Slide. That Sea of Fire crap does disappear. I'm going to assume that Sea of Fire crap was like a 5-turn thing, so that's good to know. I'm going to go ahead and protect Charizard just in case the Thunder Wave comes my way this turn. But what I didn't realise that he could have been doing was he could have been stalling that last turn, because now my son is gone. I'm kind of in a dilemma here, because he goes for Rock Slide, and if for whatever reason my Sylveon flinches or doesn't get to attack this turn, I might lose this game, because without the sun I cannot go for a Solar Beam on the Rhyperior. What I didn't predict was how much goddamn damage this Hyper Voice was going to do. So that's a double KO for me. That's amazing, because without the sun I'm pretty much screwed. I like I said, no Solar Beam, so that could have gone horribly wrong, but it worked out for me in the end. And yeah, so that's game to me. So thanks for watching, and once again I'll see you lot next week.